Once upon a time, in a certain village, a very beautiful young lady suddenly arrived out of the blue. Nobody knew from where she came. Her whereabouts were completely unknown, but she was so enchantingly beautiful that nobody even thought about where she had come from. The whole village gathered, and almost 300 young men wanted to get married to the woman. The woman said, "Look, I'm one, and you are 300. I can be married only to one. So you do one thing. I will come again tomorrow. I give you 24 hours. If one of you repeat Buddha's Lotus Sutra, I will marry him." All the young men rushed to their home. They didn't eat and sleep. They recited the sutra the whole night. They tried to cram it in. Only 10 succeeded. The next morning, the women came, and those 10 people offered to recite. The women listened, and they had succeeded. She said, "Right, but I am one. How can I marry 10? I will give you 24 hours again. The one who can also explain the meaning of the Lotus Sutra, I will marry him." So you try to understand, because reciting is a simple thing. You are mechanically repeating something, and you don't understand its meaning. There is no time at all, only one night, and the Lotus Sutra is a long sutra. But when you are infatuated, you can do anything. After listening this, they are rushed back and tried hard. The next day, 3 persons appeared. They had understood the meaning, and the women said, "The number is reduced, but the trouble remains. From 300 to 3 is a great improvement, but again, I cannot marry 3 persons. I can marry only one. So 24 hours more. The one who has not only understood it, but tasted it too, that person I will marry." So in 24 hours, try to taste the meaning of it. You are explaining, but this explanation is intellectual, good, better than yesterday's. You have some comprehension, but the comprehension is intellectual. I would like to see some meditative taste, some fragrance. I would like to see that the lotus has entered into your presence, that you have become something of the lotus. So tomorrow I will come again. Only one person came, and certainly he had achieved. The woman took him to her house outside the town. The man had never seen the house. It was very beautiful, almost a dreamland, and the parents of women were standing at the gate. They received the young man and said, "We are very happy for you." The woman went in, and he chit-chatted a little with the parents. Then the parents said, "You go. She must be waiting for you. This is her room." They showed him. He went, opened the door, but there was nobody there. It was an empty room. Suddenly he realized that there was a door entering into the garden. So he looked. Maybe she has gone into the garden. On the path, there were footprints, so he followed the footprints. He walked almost a mile. The garden ended, and now he was standing on the bank of a beautiful river. But the woman was not there. The footprints also disappeared. Now he was puzzled. What has happened? He looked back. There was no garden, no house, no parents, nothing. All had disappeared. He looked again. All that there was emptiness and a great laughter. And he laughed too. He got married. He got married to emptiness. He got married to nothingness. This is the marriage for which all the great saints have been searching. This is the moment when you become a bride of Christ or a gopi of Krishna. The The Buddhist story says that he was led slowly. The woman was the master. She led him slowly. First, recite the sutra. Second, understand intellectually. Third, give a sign that you have lived it. These are the 3 stages. Then she led him into nothingness. Sometimes, a lot of times, God's plan is not our own. God's plan is different from what we have imagined for ourselves. So it's important to trust the process and have faith. The best and most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or even touched. They must be felt with the heart.